So I figured out how to convert a regular steam and scrub spinning pad, like one of these, into a more abrasive pad, like one of these green scrubbies, also called a Scotch-Brite. What I wanted was to be able to keep these notches so I could easily attach and detach these. And so I thought the best way to do it is lay this flat like this and then fold it in and glue it. You might be able to melt it, but what I wanted to do was be able to preserve this in case I want to be able to use the pad in the future. So that's why I went with the gluing option, and that'll probably eventually just break off, or I can cut it off. And that's why I chose glue for this application. So that's one way to fasten it. We'll see how well it holds up. And the other point is you want to be able to have the steam pass through. So you don't want to have anything too major blocking any of this. A lot of ways to go about this. This is just one way to do it. And I'll have to see how well it works. Probably not machine washable. But what you can do is just take this off and reattach another one. That's what I'm thinking, so it's more disposable. Or you could try washing in the machine if you find a better way to fasten these. If I wanted to just, attach this part, then I could have gone a whole different path and probably used a very strong, glue for this. But I just went with some basic operation here. I had to trim these sides as well because these pads, when they're attached to the machine, the Shark spin and scrub machine, they touch like that. So they have to be able to kind of spin without too much interference. And so that's why you're going to have a little bit of excess when you use one of these pads. So it has to be kind of trimmed down to size a little bit. So we'll see how well it works. If it works out, man, that's quite the time saver. And one other thing I would say is definitely you want to test the surface. You want to test the surface with something like this. Make sure you're not going to scratch the heck out of it. These things can work miracles, or they can scratch the heck out of stuff. I would say probably these don't work well on plastic things, so you want to stay away from something like that. But also, if you moisten these, and make sure you check the pad prior to usage, so it doesn't have any like sand or particles in it that are just going to drag around. You might be better off that way. So again, you want to just moisten a little bit. That helps to take away some of the abrasive quality. Moisten it with like either soap and water or just water. So anyways, we'll see how well it works.